Okay, so now I have my state of Arizona here that I just made, and I added a sprue on it. I want a really big sprue because I'm going to use this to cast in copper. And copper is not easy to cast, so I want to have the metal travel down very easily. So anyways, the next step, I don't want to have to fabricate these every time. So what I'm going to do is make a mold of it. So at this time I have my toaster oven on. It's set at 350 degrees. And so I'm telking the bottom of the mold holder. And so this mold rubber is wonderful for big flat objects like this. So what I do is I have to kind of stretch out the edge a little bit. And the bottom piece is going to get talc on it, and it's going to get set down just like that. Now you want to keep your hands clean. The cleaner your hands are, the better when handling the mold rubber. So this piece, we're going to squish out the edge. It gets no talc because we want the two to adhere together. So that goes like that. Then we have the mold frame. Normally I would do this off to the side because I don't want to get the talc on my piece, but I also want you to see what I'm doing. So that gets set down just like that. And then we have, this is a sprue rod and a sprue cone. So the sprue rod goes through this hole, and then the cone fits over the rod just like that. And we push that down. So now we're at the point we can take our piece, and I'm just going to butt it right up against the cone there. I want to have enough room up here that there's mold rubber around this. And now once I have that done, these are called mold locks. And they are going to help to... See, the thing is, you can make different types of molds. One mold you make requires cutting it apart with a scalpel. Well, on this particular mold, I don't need to do that. And so these mold locks go into the mold rubber like this. And I always take, there's a hole on one side, and the hole I push down. Just like that. And really, I think we're going to be fine with just two. If the piece was narrower at the top, I could put in 4, maybe 3. So at this point now, we're going to talc this really good. And then what we're going to do, now you don't want to breathe in the talc. Make sure you got a fan going, ventilation, blow it out of the way. So now we take our third piece of mold rubber, and this one, we don't want these two halves to adhere to each other. So we're going to talc that. We're going to put that down, and we're going to press it down around our piece, just like that. And now we have our fourth piece of mold rubber, and it has paper on it, so you have to pull the paper off. Now we want these two to adhere, so no talc on there. But when I push it down right now, I just want to keep it within the mold frame, just like that. Now this is the top section, and this part gets talc put on it, and this gets talc put on it. And it goes on like that. Then we take our wing nuts and we spin them down. Now again, my toaster oven is on 350 degrees, and by the time I have this done, it'll be ready. And it's going to require, it's about 15 minutes per slice of 1/4 inch mold rubber. I found that with the 4, 50 minutes seems to work fine. But the thicker you get with bigger mold frames, you have to add on some time. So now, it doesn't have to go all the way down. We just want to get it so that it's even. And now at this point we're done. And so I'm going to put this in the toaster oven, and then we'll see what it looks like after I take it out. All right, thank you.